Hello and welcome back to this in-depth look at the terracotta blocks. So what I've been trying to do in the last episode, I looked at the brown, purple, grey and the green blocks, and I sort of established that sometimes you can get a central pattern, but it doesn't necessarily mean the edges are going to match up. And in one particular example, I showed that there was actually a similarity between. You can see that this color, even though it matches up, the color is different. Um, and I sort of showed that if you rotated these, that sometimes you would get slightly funky matchings. Um, I mean, as opposed to the kind of like absolute like perfect matchings of some of the other ones. And there are even the grey block is an interesting one, and it never really quite matches up. Um, and I also showed it also with the green one, for instance. There's a real nice match with this pattern with these center squares. And I was trying to make the point that the diagonals on a lot of these are very similar. So you can see we've got 2 pixels, then one in the corner, 2 pixels. And you can see 2 pixels, then one in the corner, 2 pixels. So you can see the real similarity there. 2 pixels, one, and even in this third face, we can see that in that third corner, the third vertex there. So that's cool. And you can see that when we try the other way round, we get another thing. And also I said there's many different patterns, because of course if you can rotate each of these blocks 4 times, it gives you a total of 256 patterns. Okay, so what next? Well, what I'd like to do now is do a similar sort of thing, but for some of the other terracotta blocks. So let's start with the black terracotta block. Okay, see what we can find out, look at. Okay, so let's try to do the patterns first of all. So, like we said, there's going to be 4 sort of general, maybe like really obvious ones, and then maybe we could do a little rotation after. So we're going to want to have this little red thing here in the corner, right? In the middle, rather. Sorry. So let's get that red one right in the middle. Okay. You see, once you place the first, you can kind of just easily go around it. So they're the 2 obvious ones. Now we want to get. So you can see that in this case, these 2 corners again, very exactly the same sort of thing. Once you actually look at the terracotta blocks, right, you start to realise that actually what's going on is something very standardized. It's nothing. It's like, oh, look how you know, like how outlandish and stuff they are. But in fact, it's just very standardized patterns. So we can see that we're going to have 2 where we have the dots in the center. So there's one of them, and you can see that it does kind of tessellate along the plane here in this one. So this you would imagine is going to be the one that is most obvious. Okay, so let's see if we can find the other one now. Okay, that looks pretty good. Interestingly, though, this I think, what I'm realizing is that there's a pattern which is completely different. What I've built here, though, is a pattern which is only half different, because you'll notice that this block is the same. No. You'll notice this. Sorry, you'll notice this block, I believe, is the same. Yes, and then this block is the same as well, right? So the way to get around that is we need to make sure that we don't have this over here, but we still have the thing in the corner. So you can see that's not there anymore, so that's correct. And then we can just make sure we've got the... So yeah, so that's the way to... Well, I guess I just rotated it, haven't I, in a sense? It is exactly the same pattern. Yeah, that's another interesting thing. Well, that's not good. So how are we going to get this one in here? This one I don't think I can. I think this will always turn out the same. Yeah, let's try and make sure that the corners don't line up then. This one's a little more troublesome, actually. because it's got several repeating features. So I'm just trying to think what differentiates one of these circles from the opposite one. The problem is, right, is that there doesn't seem to be anything that does. Ah, there is one thing, isn't there? I've just noticed it. This little red dot here. So one of these circles has got a red dot in it. So let's have a look. Interesting. Wait, am I seeing that correctly? There's a red dot there. Red dot there. The circle with the red dot. Let's put it always at the corner. Yeah, we'll put the one with the red dot always at the corner. So we'll just find that one. So you see that one's not got the red dot. So if I put it this way around, the circle with the red dot in the corner, circle with the red dot in the corner, red dot is not in the corner here, red dot is now in the corner. Okay, so that is with all the red dots in the corners. Yes, correct. That looks correct. Okay. So we got, and this one is, I think I've actually said it correctly already. And this is the correct one already. With, oh no, wait. This is quite hard to tell actually. But you can see we want all the red dots in the center here, right? Yeah, no, that's correct. So they are actually the two different patterns. Weird. That's so odd. They look like the same pattern, so don't they? The difference is that if we go, we can see this is always on the left, always on the left, always on the left. And this is always on the right. But then again, we could just be here and we could say always on the left. Are they just the same things? Do look similar. So how come there is one which has got this? So the one which, so let's do the one that is obviously at the pattern, where everything is matching up, right? Okay, so everything matches up there, and I bet. So in the one, okay, so this is an interesting fact then, isn't it? The one that actually matches up has actually got the red dot on two and not in these two. So it's not actually, so weirdly it's not actually matching up in a funny kind of way. Okay, that's enough of that one then. So let's move now on to the Cyan. Okay, so let's do a few of the patterns for the Cyan to begin. See how we get on. Okay, doesn't look great. So we're going to want to have this. We're going to want to have this section here. Okay, so this is the Cyan is obviously the one with the creeper face on it. So we'll do the eye of the creeper here. I don't know, the Cyan one is an interesting one to get. What we need to do is try to kind of work out how to get this this nice kind of patch of blue in the center. Yeah, I mean that looks alright. We want this one rotated, though, don't we? We want the this sort of ship thing pointing to the bottom right. Okay, it's this one. Oh no, sorry, it's not that one. We need it pointing inwards. There you go. Okay. So that's an interesting one. So we can see we've got various different patterns with the with these two corners. So we now need to work out what the creeper face patterns are. So let's try to get the creeper faces all as near to each other as possible and as near to the center as possible, right? So of course we're saying the center is there again. So that's near to the center. It's near to the center, near to the center. Okay. So that's the one of the creeper ones. It doesn't really line up properly though. Just trying to think if I can change it around in any way. I wonder what if I do. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to do it. Okay, so the other one then is it's going to be these two corner blocks. Let's see how that one looks. So if we do that one there, this one here, okay, so this is like the most obvious one, I believe, actually. It's here, isn't it? So there we go. We can see the sort of 4 different patterns there. Okay, so what's next? Well, let's go for the blue one now. So that one's that. And we could do this section here. Okay. Okay, so they're like the obvious ones, but where does the... Okay, I'm just trying to think. So we need to have basically the endpoints of this sort of kind of like this redstone thing. So one of the endpoints, it's just basically the imagine this horizontal line going through it. So we need to make sure those points are in the middle. It's close to the middle, so it wouldn't be that one. It would be this one, I believe. No. How are we going to do this? I'm just trying. It's difficult to really. It's basically not these things in the middle. It's basically the lighter blocks in the middle, isn't it? The lighter points. So we can say that's definitely one. Yeah. Oh no, that's that was the same. Alright, I've actually done one of each, haven't I? Let me just try to see if I can get this on. So I think is this one that I've done already or not? Yeah, that's the same. So how am I going to differentiate between these two? The best way I think to do it is just to find one that doesn't fit correctly. Again, this may be similar to the. Just trying to think, what is the difference between this? The difference is, right, is that one of these bits has got a little connector here in the corner. So you can see this bit's connecting, this bit's connecting. So in this version, we basically have all the, let's just do all the connectors in this one. So you can see connecting there, connecting here, and connecting here, right? So we've got a connector there, there, okay. So that's got all 4 connectors, so we want to have 0 connectors here, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do 0 connectors on this one. No, it's that one. There we go. So there's that one. The next one then is going to be a difference between these. So what is the difference between this corner and that corner there? I guess the difference is we could say that the corner is always near to the base of the thing, right? The base of the piece of redstone is a way to look at it. So we could say the base of the piece of redstone, so we want this corner here, right? Because it's not the blue one, it's the lighter one, but it's nearer to the base. So if we do this one, we can see we're going to be nearer to the base here. And that's how you get it. It does look, no, it doesn't look the same actually, does it? So they're the 4 different patterns for the blue one. I'm just trying to think, did I do these ones correctly? Yeah, I think they are correct. I think so. Alright, let's move now on to the red one. Okay. So there's the basic pan. We could just do the this one first. No, not that one. Let's just try to get. We need to get the other corner, right? So the one next to the swirl. There it is. Is that correct? Yep, that's correct. Okay. So they're the 2. You can see there's like 2 like matching ones in a way. The red one is actually quite similar. But again, this is one where you feel like if you rotate it, you might get a more interesting effect. So we could just rotate any of the 2 diagonals. So if we put the corner which is not next to the swirl. Actually, I think I may have done it incorrectly now I think about it. Yeah, each one there is next to the swirl. Each one the swirl is over there, swirl's over there, swirl's over there. Yeah, that is the correct pattern. But yeah, you can see the reason I did it the way I did is because if you do something different with these two. So for instance, we put the far away. Let's do the diagonals. We'll put the far away swirl on, right? So we'll get the swirl far away, which is this one. Well, that makes it even more interesting, actually. But no, I didn't mean that. I meant like not far away, but like a short distance from it. So you see, not like that. I mean this one. Yeah, so as well as a short distance away. And again, we'll do the same with this. Yeah. You can see that time we do get this lining up here. Similar, in fact, to what happened with... I'm trying to remember which one it was now. Yeah, it does remind me a little bit of what was going on with some of these, with this pattern here. Yeah, there are definitely that's an interesting thing there. But anyway, okay, so yeah, let's think about this a bit more then. So we've done obviously these two. The interesting thing is that these, of course, on this time you can see that the actual this pattern is on both on the same face there, which is interesting. I'm just trying to think. It was kind of on the same edge, rather. I mean, yeah, that's not actually something which I've seen in the other blocks. Okay, so now let's just do the red section in the middle. Okay. Okay. Let's just look at this block again, because it's not that easy to tell which bit we need to rule out. So there's a bit which has got like a... So one of the corners is... Let's just do this diagonal red piece in the middle first. Yep. Okay, so that is the diagonal red piece in the middle. And you can see this same sort of thing, this translation and 90-degree rotation around on that. Now let's do the this kind of almost like an N-shaped piece here in the middle. So it's that one. And it's that one. And it's that one. Okay, so they're the two different ones with the piece in the middle. So yeah, we've done. I think I'm just trying to think. We've done 4. I just want to get a decent thumbnail here. Yeah. So how many colours have we done then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So that was 4 in this one. So let's do another 4 in the next video. Thanks for watching.